Hi everyone, welcome to another video. In this video we're going to go through some basics of bash scripting. So obviously this is a very key and important skill, a very useful skill to have. So we're just going to run through a couple of simple things, and then hopefully in later videos this will kind of expand on this and do some more complex stuff. So very quickly, bash scripting, what is it? It's essentially a way to put together multiple bash commands or Linux commands in a text file, so that we don't have to manually one by one perform each command in the terminal. We can just put them all into a text file and then get the system to just run all the commands in that text file automatically. So to start off, let's create one of those files. Let's just call it script.sh. So I'm using the Vim text editor. You can use VI if you're using Linux, or you can use Nano if you want, but I like Vim. I'm gonna give the extension .sh. So this is just kind of a in the same way that we use .txt for text files, we use .sh for script files. So we're going to start off with the shebang characters. So you'll see this at the top of bash script. So what this means is this basically just tells the interpreter that we're using bash. So there's different types of scripting. I guess the more general term is shell scripting. So there's different types of shells. We can write scripts for Windows PowerShell, for example. So we can write scripts in various different languages. We can write them in Python, Ruby. We are just giving the path to the bash interpreter so that the system knows that which interpreter to use. If we're doing this in Python, we could do that, right? Or etc. So that's the shebang characters. So let's run some commands. So let's do something like echo. Whatever you put inside these double quotes will be printed to the screen. So we've used echo before, I believe. If you haven't, now you know. Can't spell. Okay, welcome to bash scripting 101. So in order to run a command, you simply write it as you would in the terminal. So this is exactly how I would write it in the terminal. Let me just quickly exit this. Echo. Well, I could just do echo hello, but I could also do echo hello, right? So you can do echo welcome to bash, and it just prints it to the screen. So in the bash script, we do have to put them in double brackets. So if we do echo again and just leave it empty, then that just prints out a new line. So let's do something like let's check the system uptime. So we can do echo so the uptime right. So now we want to actually get the uptime. So all we have to do is type uptime, because that's what we would do in the terminal, and then we can print out a new line, and then maybe we get something like the memory utilization. So we do memory stats, and then we do something like free -m, and then finally let's get the disk utilization. And then let's do something like, let's do something like df -h, and then let's get the first, that's fine, let's just do that. Right, so really we've got quite a few commands here. Most of them are just printing to the screen, but then we're running the command uptime, free -m, and df-h. So we're going to save and quit. Now the way to run these, or to run this script, we do dot slash and then the name of the script, or the path of the script. If I can spell, script.sh, hit enter. But we're getting an issue here. We are encountering a permission denied error. So let's see what's going on. If we do ls-l, so as you can see here, even though I'm logged in as the root, I don't have executable permissions to this file, so I can't actually execute the file. So I need to use chmod, give it executable permissions, right, to tell the system that this file can be executed. It's an executable file. Now, if we do ls-l, right, we've got read, write, and execute permissions. So obviously this here is read, write, execute as well, but there's D for directory. So this file can now be executed. So we're going to do, let's clear the screen first. Script.sh, and hopefully we're going to see those three main commands be printed to the screen. Great, so it's printed out welcome to Bash Scripting 101, it's printed out the hashtags, and then it's got the uptime, then it's printed out the memory stats and the disk stats. So rather than us doing all of that manually, we've just run the script itself, and it's just gone through, it's taken a look at this script, and it's recognized that these are bash commands, and it's just run them one by one. So that is a very quick and very simplistic introduction to bash scripting. Essentially it's just a way to perform multiple commands at once, or in sequential order, using a file as opposed to doing it in the terminal. So in subsequent videos we'll expand on this idea, and we'll do some more complex things like setting up web servers, etc., all using bash scripts.